Hey,
what's
Josh.
up? Douglas.
What is happening? Doug Fields here. Josh Griffin with this week with Doug and Josh. Nuggets of wisdom. You be the judge.
Yeah. Nuggets, yes. Wisdom.
Josh, I'm wearing a jacket. I'm so cold.
I just took my sweatshirt off because I'm so hot.
Gosh. Josh and I have
Insulation.
We're like a married couple that has different
Body temperatures.
Yes.
Desires.
Yes.
I like a nice cool office. Doug likes it hotter than Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to all the members in Phoenix.
Yeah, no, I actually have my office. I have a heater going at all times, and
gross.
Josh comes into my office
Yuck.
and just turns off my heater. Now, if that's not arrogance, I don't know what is.
I'm saving you from dehydration. It's sucking all the moisture out of your skin
No, I
and
think
body.
that anyway. I'm cold. Josh is hot. It's been raining here in Southern California. Today's the first day of no rain for a while.
Let's go. About
And,
time it's dry out there.
Yeah, last night after church, Kathy and I were leaving. We've been teaching a class on intentional parenting, and we're walking to our car and starts pouring. We're like, when? It was supposed to stop.
It's been a month of rain, or maybe it's 3 days, but it feels like a month.
Yeah.
My parents actually called to check on me. They live in Wisconsin, and they called are you guys okay? The news said
I know.
California.
We are national news because of rain.
It
Does
rained.
that show how weak sauce we are? We just, we didn't build the infrastructure.
That's
so
true.
actually cars are flooding away.
Yep.
Houses are being
Entire counties are now in the ocean.
cliffs.
We don't know where LA went.
As a matter of fact, Orange County is the new LA.
Yeah, congratulations to
I've
us.
always said that anyway. So we're doing good. We hope you are doing good as a youth worker. We
had youth group last night. I'm barely hanging in there this morning. Wow.
Well, you go out. You had some visiting youth workers.
And we had a great Chick-fil-A hang. We talked shop. It was so fun.
So do you want youth workers to visit, or would you prefer them to go to the DYM 100 conference and then they get to visit and hang?
Great question. I will never turn anyone away. However, our DYM 100 events are going to be so much fun. We just announced not just one DYM 100, your first decade in youth ministry, in October. Registration is now live. We also announced your DYM 100 Roundtables Conference in November of 2024. Registration is now live. And the spots are limited, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then a new event. Well, anyhow, at those two, you can come visit my youth group. Come
and
see
we
we're
changed
making.
it. It used to be Monday through Wednesday, and people would end like at 3:00.
And they'd hustle home or drive or fly.
Yeah, people would miss their youth group anyway. And so we made a decision
Come hang.
that you can do church on Sunday. You can travel on Monday.
You got it.
We're going to go Tuesday, Wednesday. We end on Thursday. And that way, Wednesday night, you can hang out in Josh's junior high ministry.
Come see our junior high ministry. I actually, after junior high, popped into high school. It was so impressive and so good. And now youth workers, when you come to a DYM 100 event, come to our church as well and see our youth group in action. So, and you can see the typos and the mistakes and the, stuff happens. We're pretty stinking normal, but we're trying to
our
do
youth
some good
ministry is normal. Our church is super impressive,
That's
though. We
really
got one
cool.
of the most beautiful properties.
It's muddy right now, but yes.
It is. It's great. So,
So
anyway,
go to
that's DYMtraining.com.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're also doing one in Louisville and Nashville and Cincinnati. I don't remember.
A new event called Captivating and Engaging Your Students. I'm pretty excited about it. This will be
very excited about
brand new content from Doug and I and friends
Yeah.
on how to engage the short attention span of the next generation.
Yeah, we're very excited about it. And
half
we've
day.
got you are listening to this, and chances are, unless Trav gets it out today, which he's been doing the last couple of days.
He's quick.
Tomorrow, then I'll just say tomorrow
Wow,
is
in
we are
faith.
releasing on Sidekick. We are releasing Pick Me.
Yes.
So Sidekick now is a strong. I've been presenting with it. It's not as good as Keynote yet. It will be.
It's getting there.
We're real close.
We're climbing that mountain right
but
now.
we've got the gizmos and the bells and the whistles and the voting, which
the voting from your phone, students' phones, is so much fun. It now has the Wheel of Destiny, the Picker, Pick Me is back, and so much more right around the corner. Every week it feels like we're putting something awesome into this tool.
Yeah, last night, because it was the fourth night of this intentional parenting and I've been using voting.
Yeah.
I just told parents, hey, we're going to vote in a second. Boom. You watch them pulling out phones. They were
get it.
ready. They were ready for it.
We did something fun with Sidekick this week. My daughter and I actually built a game. Called
I was there. I got to see it.
Wilderness Survival Adventure Guide. I think, Trav, did you bring a copy of that? Can we show a minute? If you're watching, at least you could see a little bit of it. Just a silly adventure where the crowd.
You're doing a series in your junior high ministry called Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yeah, so we kind of did this meta game where you're on an adventure with a youth group. You get lost, and the crowd, the kids in the not on stage, help the ones that are on stage survive the wilderness.
Yeah.
So there's some fun trivia. I embedded a video in there. The best part, though, is you give wisdom to the survivalists on when they're attacked by a grizzly bear. What should they do? So it says
the bear is chasing you. What should you do? They scan that, then they vote, play dead, climb a tree, run, intimidate the bear.
Yeah, what would you do, just for out of curiosity?
I wrote play dead.
That's correct. That's correct.
I didn't
well
wrote,
done.
I voted.
If it's not a grizzly bear, though, you should intimidate it. If it's polar bear, you're just dead.
Yeah.
Anyhow, it included the wheel in here. We included Pick Me, and in the end, after the first service, it went good. But after the next service, we would do 5 every weekend. We decided to just have everyone die, and so even though someone gets rescued at the end of the game, the helicopter crashes and kills everyone. The junior high students went bananas.
That's
for
great.
it. It was so fun.
Well, those of you who listen to this,
Sidekick.
you hear things before anybody else hears them. Next week we are releasing what's called DYM integration, meaning that if you are using Sidekick and you have purchased something at DYM, you're just going to be able to hit DYM in your Sidekick. And whatever it was that you purchased, let's say it's the game Dead Cat, you click on Dead Cat and it opens up in your new presentation software.
Instantly done. It's instantly imported. It's so
I was
fast
explaining
and so
to
cool.
Kathy what a game changer this will be, that you really could go on your phone, walking into youth group, purchase the newest game that comes out, then go to your computer, open it up. It's right there for you.
You
don't
refresh,
have to download. You
boom.
don't have to put it into your presentation software. It is there. We're very excited about it.
Super
And
fun.
what we're going to do for a while until people learn to use Sidekick is we're going to take things like Josh's Choose Your Own Adventure, and we're going to make them available for free.
For free. Why not?
To people who are using Sidekick.
Exactly.
And it'd be very fun.
So if you're a Gold Plus member and you have the polls unlocked and you got the wheels and the Pick Me, it's all built for you. You ready to go?
Hey, Josh, you and I are digging into this a little bit because we are getting a little bit more involved in some of the Sidekick type stuff. And Josh and I would like to know, if you are a regular, we just want to know if Sidekick, if Gold Plus, the new Gold Plus, has been confusing to you.
So does it make sense?
Let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference between Gold is you get access to Sidekick. Gold Plus is you get access to voting.
And it's like $3 more.
It's like $5 more a month if you go annual.
Oh yeah. So,
but voting requires for us, it costs us more because of servers and different things like that, and required to vote.
Exactly.
But if you're just a gold member, you can use the wheels and a lot of the stuff. But we're gonna put some stuff into Gold Plus to make that even more valuable.
What I like is just the creativity. Like I have now wheels and spinners and voting, and I'm going, okay, how do I?
Did you see what Cooper Miller did yesterday?
Yes.
Cooper's on our beta insider group for Sidekick, and he took the poll and he put a graphic over it, like who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
So
Kansas
good.
City,
or the
49ers or Taylor Swift. And it was beautiful. It's on our blog. We put it on our blog right away. Like anybody who does anything with Sidekick, we're just trying to expose, here's some different ways that it can be used.
Will Travis Kelce get engaged to Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl? Yes or no?
No.
Really?
No.
It'd be the waste of the biggest stage on the planet.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, you're already public and famous. Why would you do it in front of millions and millions of people?
I feel like the script calls for it. That's why.
Who are you choosing to win? Who do you think is going to win?
I would love Brock Purdy to win.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't like Patrick Mahomes. I think he's great. I mean, he's had a rough season and he lost his cool one time, but he's a phenomenal athlete. Good dude.
Yeah, but he won last year.
That's true. Did you know last year I saw him at Disneyland? Patrick Mahomes? Yeah.
And I saw Brock Purdy at the beach.
You're right. Wow. Have you ever seen like Andy Reid, the coach of the Chiefs?
Nope.
Me neither.
Nope. But I have a picture of me touching Nick Foles' leg.
Nick Foles, quarterback, Super Bowl champion.
He's in the news a lot this week
He's
because
so great.
there's talking about 25 greatest quarterbacks in Super Bowl or 25 best plays or things like that. And he's in there. Hey,
Devout Christian, great guy.
He's a great guy.
Happens to go to our church too.
Josh, so the Wilderness Survival Guide is a
it'll-
choose your own adventure, and you kind of mix things up this week. I was in your junior high ministry. It was fun to see, like, when it came to teaching time, you broke into different groups.
Tried something new. I've done it in the past at a previous church.
Well, then it's really not new.
Well, it's new here because we used to call it Workshop Weekend. There's a great name.
Wow.
And this year we called it now, years later, we call it Choose Your Own Adventure. So basically, we would typically do whatever, game songs, announcements, and have a message.
Yeah.
I would, be in teaching a series or whatever. This 2 weeks, we have 4 different speakers, and they're in different parts of our youth room, and you can go to the one that you choose. So if you're like, I want to learn about whatever, drama in my family, you'd go to that workshop. Or I want to learn to serve on a missions trip, and we have a workshop for that. So kind of a choose your own adventure weekend based on your passions, your desire, your skill, whatever. It was really fun.
That's great.
It gives, junior hires in particular are just at that age where they're developing a little bit of decision-making, autonomy, agency. So I think I talked to a couple parents that were picking up their kids, and they were like, that's really great. I had no idea that was going on. My kid never tells me anything. So, and then I said, well, ask them which one they went to and what they learned. And so it was a lot of fun. It also, in all fairness, takes the pressure off of me because I'm not speaking this weekend, which is terrific. It also lets me have 4 different topics, something I wouldn't give to a series or even a whole weekend. And it allows me to develop some communicators that are up and coming and not ready for the main stage.
So what did you do during those services?
I visited the workshops and listened in.
Did you listen to each one?
I only went to 2 this week, and I'll go to a couple more, the other 2 this week.
Yeah.
I will say this. I am very intimidating, and I don't intend to be. You know me. I'm a gentle, But as soon as
say giant,
I was,
but you're less of one because you're on a diet.
12 pounds down.
That away.
I'm still on my New Year's kick here with my buddy Doug, who's not body shaming me today. That's great. Anyhow, I know. So I walked in. Erica is teaching. She's got a dozen kids in there. It's perfect for her. Perfect. And I just could tell that the weight of me being in there, even though I'm way a little less,
no pun intended,
was too much.
Yeah.
So I just said hi, took a picture, and snuck out. But I need to hear her talk. I'm sure it was great.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Because then if you don't, you're technically not developing teachers.
Right. I would give them a rep, but I wouldn't actually help them get better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I gave a fair amount of feedback to Joanna Yang, who taught and was terrific, but I gave her a bunch of feedback. And then I sat in on Elliot Moon. His was awesome. I did sit in his, and I was like, I would never teach about the genealogy of Abraham ever in a weekend message. And he did, but tied it into It was really good.
That's
really
great.
good. So anyhow, really proud of the speakers, and I think next time we'll choose some different topics. One of our learnings was 2 of our topics were too similar, and so I think we'll just choose some widely separated topics next time.
That's great. I also heard you're speaking at the high school spiritual retreat growth, whatever it is, weekend conference.
High school conference next Friday night.
You don't seem excited about that.
Well,
Did you get roped into
I
it?
did. I did. No, it's okay. I was gone that week, and so they said, "Would you speak at it?" Like whatever, months and months ago. I said, "I'm already speaking in Missouri," and then I contacted the guy in Missouri and I said, "I haven't heard from you guys in a while. How's things going?" He's like, "Oh my goodness, I've moved churches with that event. I am so sorry." So the Missouri event canceled, which is tough for my family's income, but it is what it is. and then I went, and then our youth pastor Tammy said, "Is there any way?" And I said, "I'll give you an answer in a week." And I said yes.
That's great. You're gonna crush.
That'll be
It'll
fun.
great.
It'll be really fun. I have some fun ideas. It's called Pursuit.
You've been there long enough to
Though,
like every person there.
yeah. That we've
It's gonna be in your
graduated
junior high ministry.
4 years of junior high kids. They're all in that conference. It will be really fun. It's just, it's always hard to be like, I got to gear up a new talk and on a topic I didn't choose, and here we go, game on. But I'll do it, and it will be really, really fun. I do have a good opening. Of course, it involves Star Wars, so it'll be great.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it?
Yep. I love it.
Josh.
Dude, well, have we talked enough about you on our life group nights doing the intentional parenting and having an option for parents to grow in a group for a season of time in the spring? That's a genius idea.
It's great. It's great. Well, anytime we can help parents, we win. So, yeah. I mean, a few years ago, Josh and I were on a Wednesday night, and were we leaving early or we're doing something? We walked by the parking lot, and we see all these minivans with
a row of cars as far as you can see.
Yeah, with phones on. They were all sitting there waiting because we have a little bit of a commuter church in that. I mean, we are in a suburban area, but people from all different places go to our church, so they drop their junior higher off and they stayed in the parking lot on their phone. And so we decided we need to have some things.
Yeah, instead of a parent sitting on their phone for an hour, could they be at a table with some refreshments, learning about whatever, technology, parenting? In your case, you're teaching through a workbook that you wrote called Intentional Parenting, which is terrific. I just think it's a kind of a hack. These parents are wasting time, killing time, or maybe running errands and whatever. I know there's a lot of different stories, but we've turned that into really valuable time.
Yeah,
and it helps my attendance because we're. One of the things we talk about a fair amount is stacking.
Yeah.
We're now stacking a parent workshop with my life group time. Huge win for me, too.
I had a dad tell me that, I said, it's very cool that you would come to this, because he just came by himself, didn't
awesome.
come with his wife. I said, what would you normally do? He goes, if I'm honest with you, I went to the bar and I'd have a drink. So he'd drop his kid off at junior high, go have a drink, pick his kid up.
Yeah, I get it. You met his kids? I'm kidding. I don't even know who you're talking about.
But
good for him.
One of the other hacks that we talked a little bit about is session 2 has started.
Yeah.
So talk about why you choose the sessions and the advantages and disadvantages to that.
In all my history of life groups, we launch it really big in the fall. So September is like life groups. And then it kind of it starts big and kind of ends with a little fizzle at the end of the year, and whatever it is, there's some seasonality to youth ministry, all that stuff. And there was never really good exit ramps or on ramps to life groups. It was just the fall, be here, let's go, and then we'll kind of figure it out, whatever. So we came up with the idea of sessions where there's 3 blocks of time, like 10 to 12 weeks in the year, where we offer life groups. So when we get to the end of 10 weeks, we're like, we did it. Let's break for Christmas. And we break for Christmas. And then there's, 10 weeks. I'm like, we're going to break for spring break. And then, so what it does is it allows people to have a little break. It allows people to get away for the holidays, for spring break, whatever. But it also allows on-ramps. So now in January, it's not we're continuing life groups. We are launching life groups.
Yeah.
So just this past week, we had a family in our church who has a son who had some buddies. They want to join. Like, how do they get into a life group? I'm like, we're launching them.
Yeah, session
right
2
now.
is starting
Session
right now.
2 is like, this is week 2. Get in. So it was this instant on-ramp. They all showed up. All of them showed up last night, and they're in, and it's perfect. So rather than a fire and forget, launch it in the September, October, and don't really have a clear path, now we have 3 launches, 3 breaks. It's so good and so easy, and it worked perfectly.
Well, it's also a momentum. We've talked about this before, how in youth ministry there's the kind of the ebbs and flows of momentum. There's even momentum at DYM. Like January is our biggest month of the year, and we had our record month. So there's great momentum happening right now in DYM, but we know that in summer, DYM goes quiet in June and July because youth workers are at camps and
we're in the field.
Yeah. And they are just on survival mode. Exactly. And so they're not listening to podcasts or, they're just basically surviving.
Yep.
So I like the session idea. I like it for defeating, enhancing the momentum and kind of defeating some of the downtime.
And it also gives you a chance at the end of those 10 weeks. So you have on-ramps, right? But I also like celebrating. So every 10 to 12 weeks, we have a fun night, a party night. We're going to have a dance party. We're bringing a silent disco. We are going to do a buffet, which those are my favorite. It's just a chance to break out of the monotony as well of this. Here's 30 weeks of something we're doing. Well, no, it's 3 10-week sessions.
Well, and for those that are trying to do the math and go, but 52 was a period of time, math is impossible. We don't do small groups or life groups over the summer.
Yeah, take a few breaks during the year and none in the summer. One of the new kids last night, his name was Maverick.
Whoa.
You know what I said to him when I saw
him? Hi, Top Gun.
Talk to me, Goose. He did not think that was funny. I really
because
did.
he's heard it.
So many times. I know he's like, be original, dad joke guy. Maverick's a cool name, though.
It is a
I
cool
named
name.
my kids kind of whatever. The Maverick. That's awesome. Yeah.
We played a Maverick on my grandson's basketball team.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, long hair, good shooter, great dribbler.
Do you have you have any great grandkid names that your kids are being named that are awesome, like unique?
The oldest, I call him Spankmeyer. I call his best friend Yipshaw.
Spankmeyer and Yipshaw.
Yep, he's 10 years old.
I love
and
nicknames so much.
I don't like when I cheer, I call him Cohen. But his buddy, when I'm at his game, I'm like, come on, Yipshaw. And
Does he turn and look?
Yeah,
He knows. Yeah,
absolutely.
What was one of your nicknames growing up? I like calling you Douglas Montgomery because people are like, "There's no way that's his real name." Like,
Yeah, that's a
his
little
real
hurtful. It's called name shaming.
name. Well, how does the shoe fit? It doesn't fit because your body's too big. How dare you, Doug? Wow,
Terrible.
What was one of your nicknames?
Augie Doggy.
What?
Yep.
Doug Fields got Augie Doggy?
Yeah, I don't know. There's people at CrossFit that call me Dougie.
Really?
Yeah, like
You gotta-
Stephanie. She's married to
the firefighter guy.
yeah.
He's great.
Mike.
Wait,
yeah,
Dougie? That feels like a kind of a pet name. Like you got to really know somebody to call him Dougie.
I agree.
Wow.
I agree.
When you call someone like a partner in a pickleball game, what would you say to them? Like bro or great? I like call people kids. I don't know why.
Yeah, you do. Hey, good job, kid.
Good job, kid.
Yeah. You say that to me, and you say that to people across the net from us too.
Yeah. I'm a little too friendly in pickleball.
Yeah.
I got to get the eye of the tiger back.
Yeah. No, you have it.
The rain has changed
You're
me.
the most competitive person I know.
Not true.
Yep. Fist pumping.
You know what? I am the best. But if there's room for improvement, I'm ready to do it because I want to be the best. We're way off the rails now. What are we supposed to be talking about,
I
Greg?
think that was it.
Okay,
I think
good.
that was it. Next show I want to hear about Mexico. It's about time you're doing some
we gotta
missions.
talk. Yeah, it's been a little while. It's I have a 5-year plan. We're going to talk about it next time.
Okay.
But it wasn't time. Now it's time.
I will tell you, some junior hires came into our room last night.
Yeah.
And said to me and Kathy, like, do you know where the Mexico meeting is? Kathy said, no, but I want to go with you.
Well, I might recruit Kathy as a leader.
She'd
then.
love it.
That'd be great.
She'd love it.
We'll save it for next week.
right.
As you serve in youth ministry, know that we're in the trenches with you. We're
Yes,
figuring
yes.
this thing out and hope that Download Youth Ministry, co-leader.co, and now sidekick.tv can help in some way.
And send your questions or why you're not using Gold Plus or what you don't understand it to info at what do we got?
This week
This week.
at downloadyouthministry.com.
This week.
This week at.
God, that's long.
I know. That's on Travis.
No wonder we don't get
It's on
very
producer
many emails.
Travis.
Okay, I'm going to write next week. We're going to talk about your 5-year
5-year plan plus Mexico serving.
Mexico plan.
Okay. See you, Dougie.
Okay.
Or
Augie Doggy.
Augie Doggy.
Yeah.